They want the I am. What? I want the I am. Oh. Extended the max. Oh, that's weird. I am legend meme. I'm legend meme. Wait, did I have an I am legend meme up on my screen? Stop my buttons. I got to post it in chat. I was going to say, what am I missing? Is the music fine? I'm listening to my phone. One, because earphones are cooler. Two, because I actually want to listen to music on stream and not just lo-fi. So you guys get to enjoy lo-fi while I enjoy music. Oh, right. I see. Also, I'm good. I'm glad that the music's good. Frank, what are you doing out, Frank? Announcements. All right, let's do this. Let's get to it. I've got some plots that came in. That's gonna be cool. Best like this thing. So we've got this to make, which is a bit more complicated. We've got some books, which are pretty simple. Then we can start with this, so it's like coming in, or I could do this. Make the books a bit thicker, I think. I mean, it's already too thick right now. It's gonna be like thinner. those up. Be curvy, worthy like that. And then we do like a bevel here to do that. And we got a basic book. Hiding the chat. Whoops. Look at me, boy, being too quiet. Look at me, boy, being too quiet. I'm sorry. Fish modeling skills. Wait, was that fish? Oh yeah. Fish modeling skills. That's definitely the harder stuff. Nothing in here is really that hard. It's gonna be last, like plants, fish, deer head. That's it for hardness. Oh, I guess I did do the typewriter, but that wasn't particularly hard. It was kind of basic shapes all around in general. So this is like sort of over here, but that's going to intersect a lot. So I'm going to have to pull it forward a little bit. Up to here. It's going to come in. Don't want to move it. Then the bottom's going to widen out, and then when we subdivide it, we'll be able to average out that shape. Oh, looking nice. Is it me or the scene? I mean, I'll take either or as a compliment. We get egg. Exactly, we got egg. So I could technically delete the top, set the whole thing, and then extrude inwards, and we get like a filled-in shape. I kinda... Whoa! I kinda want to do it this way. Wait, that's not extruding, is it? And then bevel. Oh wait, no. Is it bevel second? It is bevel second. And we get a very basic vase, and then we've got the opportunity to adjust bits, make that part flat, it's not yet, to adjust bits to match what we're looking at. That looks pretty accurate. I could always bevel these parts myself, like so. You know what? It's not actually looking as good as I was hoping. Let me actually look at this shape. Ah, I was gonna say something is not playing correctly. How did I manage that? Jesus. I must have moved it in a direction without realizing because I was on the perspective. Oh. Please. Oh my god, I have really messed this shape up. Oh, I've not even got these parts aligned. Right, let's do that again. Except we won't be in perspective, so I can't mess it up by accident. Actually, we'll go in perspective just at the start and make sure I am going in the right direction. I keep pushing shift and middle mouse, but I keep apparently pushing middle mouse just before I push shift and moving. When I ever want to move this, it'll come in. Forward. Don't want to see it set to the wall. It is intersecting with the wall. Let's pull it for a little bit, make it a little bit thinner. We're not about to make everything match up perfectly, just enough though. Above that manually, I don't need to do that. But yeah. Cool. If I move it over, it's going to intersect easily, isn't it? We'll leave it there. Kind of want it thicker. We'll say hello, Wolf. I don't know if I said hello in response. A bit too quiet and noisy to speak. What about now? With the fan off and the volume turned up a little bit. Or should I turn also down the music a little bit? Like that. There you go. That might be a bit better. I hear us at the bottom. I keep wanting to sing the song I'm listening to because I'm listening to other music than you guys are. Because I've actually listened to the actual music today. And I'm like, well, no, wait, no one can hear me. I'm going to sound like a crazy person who just starts singing a song that you guys can't hear. It just looks like it just does this. And it's just like bigger. With like some roundness. A bit taller. Whoa. Today might be a short stream. We'll have a... Well, I said that last time, and we were here for ages, but I have some commitments to uphold, so we'll see. Really? You're not going to let me select the other one? Let's do this. This is perfect square. Why is it such a weird value? What? Plus 5? Minus plus 5? Minus 0.5. No? Minus 0.05. There you go. Minus 0.05. Big enough? About right. What tool am I on? Oh, there you go. That's better. Oh, I kept trying to select, but when you're on tweak tool, it doesn't do that. I was like, what is going on? It does select like one thing, but I like having select box on. Because it's just like when I want to select a bunch of stuff, just like, well, if I want to select one thing, I'd select the one thing, right? Whereas in tweak, I can only select one thing. So I can, and admittedly, tweak allows it so you can just left click and move it, but I prefer being able to left click, go like that, and then move what I want. And then we want to mirror it. Yeah. A little bit. There's like a rowdy bit at the bottom, so we just do that. Separate that as well. Subdivide it. Again, we're not going to perfectly align it, which is completely fine. I don't need to perfectly align it. As long as it's sort of averages out alright. I'm going to do that and make it so it's more of a cylindrical shape. We're going to widen this part out here a little bit. And then tighten the top part up. A little bit like that. Keep it nice and wide at the bottom. Even make the bottom a little bit wider. If I grab this, do that, pull that up just a little bit, pull it down. Delete faces. Delete faces and boom. Let's make it a little bit wider. Oh! I feel like my computer's dying. Lots of software recently. Maybe it's because I need to upgrade to Windows 11. Lots of software recently is just dying on me. Thank you, autosave, though. Grab these guys, do a single bevel on them, then apply a normal. Okay, because I want the cushion right on top of it. Grab that face, separate that face out. Yeah, isolate it, bring it up. And how is that cushion sort of looking? It's much slower than that. It sort of just comes out the corners, right? So if I just do something like this, grab the corners, and then style them out like that, and when we subdivide it, we should have some pointed corners. Do you know what I mean? But they're not putting enough. What we probably want is to do one more in each of them. Or if I do this and do a bevel. Close what I'm looking for. We need it to obviously be a bit more puffed up in the middle, but that's fine. We can do that. That's like the quickest way to do it. I think the problem is I need it's coming more like this. Like it stays relatively flat until it reaches the corners. I could do it that way, or I could just literally shape it out over the top. We'll see which way it looks like it's going to be more efficient. That doesn't really work. Because then you just grab the middle, just soft select and pull it up. Make sure it's connected only. There you go. That. But the corners are not the way I want them to be. I think it's because these need to be flared out more, right? They're too tight. Close, very close. Oh, you know what? I bet we've done it. We'll just, yeah, a better way to have done it was to have it so this part was normal and then I extended the corners outright. So instead, grab that shape against it's perfectly aligned. Select the oh, there you go. Wait, so how did I just say I was gonna do it? Wait, yeah, so instead of pulling the corners out, we do a similar thing, except we then grab the corners. So I don't know if I need this now for subdivide, we'll see. I do both corners like this at a time, and then we scale out that way, right? Smooth that, you get a bit more of a bulbous shape on the corners. Like this. And I need to pinch. How's my brain like? I'm just thinking like that's not how I want it to look. I don't mind it being uneven. That's kind of the tendency sign right now to want it to be uneven. Yeah, but can I? Have I not grabbed it? There you go. If I put them towards the corner. Why is it not? Well, now it's not like it at all. Okay. I press B. But like more like this, and I just need to like really pinch them together, I think. Because if you look, it really comes like around here, and it comes out. So, I mean, admittedly, I also could have just done a circle. Maybe done 16. That's good, thank you. They're not right though. It's not quite correct. So, you come to here, and then you spread these out like this. May needs to be 36. 36, 32. That maybe a bit too sharp on the corners, but yeah, that's definitely more I'm looking for, I think. I mean, when you subdivide, when I subdivide it becomes smoother, or when I fill the shapes it becomes smoother. But what I want to do is actually do this and fill these in first, I think. I can fill you in by doing a merge center, but I don't know if that'd be good right now. You'll get a really weird like thing on it. So it might be best if I do a normal fill. You probably get it as well, yeah. So I can pull it in and then pull it in again and then fill that. We get shape more like this, but it still doesn't look right, right? It's closer. Don't crash on me. Like, I feel like my computer's just dying. Like, what is going on? It's not like it's a complex scene. All I did was undo one little thing there. Ow. 224 instead. That doesn't look right. Hey, fucking bad says again. Right. That's what I just did do. I went into the temp file and not save. But it was still just behind by like a minute. Oh. That worked better. Like this. And then... No, because that's made him too sharp now, right? Oh, it's nowhere near the location. Whoops. Roughly right. Why is it crashing so much? Is my disk space low? I mean, kind of, but... Blender is really not having it. It's not just Blender recently. Lots of stuff is like really give me a hard time. I cleared up a tiny bit of room. Let's reopen it again. Okay. I don't know if I like that. It might be because of this. No, yeah, it like gets this corner. It just doesn't look like a very nice shape. Saving that often though is insane. Oh, right. His face is left inside. Wait, is that? Oh, no, the normals were just inverted. Interesting. Okay. That's closer already. Yeah, that's definitely close to what we're looking for. Again, another way you could have done it was just to go over to the top, get the generic shape. However that needs to look. Looks like Pikachu. It's Pikachu! Why is left click dragging not working all of a sudden? Focus select is working. That box. I have to push B and use that select box. That's being weird. Yeah, you get the shape. You could always put it like in the middle, and you could just go. Have I got that same? There you go. Then we could have got the generic shape like this, and then we could have edited it. Put around, smooth it. Clarity tool. Not sure how I'd go about filling in though. Fill it in first. I mean, that's not really gonna work, is it? As soon as I extrude that, that kind of did. And then you could just shape it to how much you need those corners out. This one looks better, especially from the angle, and it's a lot more like neater. Please, Control H. There you go. We're probably just going to do high poly for this, but for now. Got on my head to a completely different song. Let's go. That is the most terrible shape I've seen. Looks so weird looking. Oh, you know what? Let's flatten it then. Wait a minute. Fine. I still want to select bits over here, maybe even bits over here. Pull them up with a select. Cool. Trust the process, guys. Heck yeah, look at that. Make it a little bit puffier or poofier. Grab the middle, including this. Put it up a little. I don't think it needs to be as deep as I had it. Pull that out a little bit. It still comes to like 1 point despite being a flat shape in the middle, which is very interesting. If we unsubdivide that. Look, it's a flat shape. I guess the way to resolve that was to do something like this. Yeah. But the problem with that is I want it to be smaller and then the bevel. Then do that. Oh, but it's, look, it's still... Yeah. Bevel. That's a bit better. Grab the underneath. Down top. It will come into 1 point. Look at that. Flex out some of these. So I think I should be able to select individual points and it should flare out from there. Oh, not quite what I was expecting. I kind of wanted it more like this. But I guess when they intersect with each other, it doesn't really work like that. I mean, it's fine. What I can do is select it, go vertices, and then go smooth vertices. And make it a bit softer. Nice. That's you. Pull you down a little bit more. Cool. Now what shape have we got on top of it? So it needs to be tight around the corners. I'm not sure the best way to achieve that right now. Except just making it tighter, like selecting... Not that one. What would I want? Is that night? Was it? Not that one. I mean, yeah, it'd just be pinching these parts, right? I just don't want it to come down in that direction, so it would be like that, yeah. Pinched. It'd be pinched, so I won't do it now, but it'd be pinched and these parts need to come closer to that and then need to spread out, but it's fine for now. I'll do that later. Not sure what shape that is on top, just it's kind of like a random shape. Random vase. Got work again tomorrow. My boss was generous enough to give me today off. Not me specifically, but my whole company. What an absolute legend. So technically get rid of this middle part because I really don't need it because the vase is sitting on top. You can actually where it's intersecting alert, so you can somewhat line it up like that. You want it relatively central. Top bit, and it looks like it kind of does this. Kind of does this and comes inwards like that, and then it looks like it's just got like this bulbous bit on top like that. Not quite the right shape, but close. So it's not going to be perfectly aligned. I just need it relatively aligned. I could pull it all back and make it all align with the vase instead. But that would be slightly misaligned, but it's fine. A little bit. Oh, a little bit taller. Is that floating? I think it is a little bit. Let's do one bevel around here. Very wide one. And then pull you up. Pull you up. Like that. Then on the middle part, lift up a tiny bit, so I think I went a little over the top. See that. We get the shape roughly. Then it's all about the textures after that. Cool. All of this done. Let's see how it looks so far. Cool. Okay, so we're missing smooth. Move. It doesn't look right now, does it, after looking at it like this? Maybe I have one in the middle here. Pull you up. Give it a bit more volume. You definitely don't look right, but maybe it's just not a bevel. Maybe it's just doing something like that. Don't know. Maybe it'll look fine when it's textured. It doesn't quite look right now. Put it a little bit further down. And you know what? Even though I put it up a second ago, we're going to grab this. I'm going to make it look like it's really pushing down on it. Some of these parts up over here look like it's a bit more cushioned in. I'm gonna do a bit of this off stream as well. For those of you who might have already noticed, or for those of you who watched last time, you may have already noticed that it's kind of jumped up in how much I had done. But I'm really enjoying doing some work off stream recently. It's just been really nice. So anything I feel like would be a bit better off stream, I'm just gonna do off stream. Is that fine? Did I scale that? No, it's fine. So this I could either pull it in and then pull it up and do this and then do like a bevel over here, like here, which might be worth it, making it one shape instead. But yeah, pull that up to here, pull this in here, or pull both of them in really. I've been playing a lot of Halo recently, for anyone who is a Halo fan. I'd never really played Halo before. It's pretty good. I'm a very I try my best not to let nostalgia soil my experience, and now or should I say alter my sort of view on the game. Now I've not played Halo, so I'm playing it from a completely fresh perspective. Like, there's nothing in there where I'm like, oh, nostalgia, I love this because of nostalgia. It's 100% authentic. The game's pretty good. It's one of those cases where I think if the game was released today, there would be a little bit of people maybe complain about certain aspects of it, but I think overall it would still be somewhat received well. Obviously the graphics, a lot of people would want updating, but graphics don't make a game anyway. But yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just a very because I made a comment to my friend who really likes the series, who I'm literally playing with at the moment, and I said to him, how much would you have rated the game when you was a kid? He was like 9 or a 9.5. I was like, and how much would you rate it now? Same. I was like, you wouldn't at all reduce if this game was released today. You wouldn't at all reduce, even though he's literally pointed things out that they said they could have done better while we've been playing. He says he would not lower its rating at all, even if it was his first time playing it now. And I find that crazy because there are very few games I could say I wouldn't lower ratings for. And they're only because those games fundamentally can't really get much better. Kind of like saying Pac-Man or Asteroids or Space Invaders. Those games fundamentally work exactly the way they're supposed to be. You can't really improve on the basic formula. Whereas something like Halo, you can improve on AI. You can improve on spawning. The vehicle control is pretty good. You might be able to improve that. You can improve on graphics. But again, graphics don't make a game. The story, I don't even really get right now. Maybe I'm just not paying attention enough, so I'm not going to make a comment on the story. But like, just gameplay overall in many older games. It's like, if you guys haven't seen Donkey's video on it, he talks about remakes, remasters and remakes. And he talks about how one of the comments he says is GoldenEye effing sucks. Now, he actually says the F word. I'm not going to say it. And then he jokingly makes it so his subscriber count goes to 0. He's like, oh, wait, let me explain. And he basically says that, you know, over time the games get worse, and unless they make a really good remake, and he did show like a remake. Someone's made like a remake of it on the PC where you can use computer controls like mouse and keyboard, and it's got some upgraded textures and resolution stuff, and he says the game's way better, and this is like how it's supposed to be played. But comparing it to how it was played on console with its dodgy controls, its low resolutions and stuff like that, he said, but he doesn't claim it's like an amazing game still after that. He says it's a damn good game, but he doesn't say it's like 10 out of 10 today. He still recognizes that older games just don't age amazingly over time. I think a good example for me is Ratchet & Clank. Ratchet & Clank 1, if I went to play now, I'd see so many problems that they improved upon in the following games, right? Like, arguably, the best Ratchet & Clank game was Ratchet & Clank 3, because it was that, at least in that sort of first trilogy, because that was like the peak of where they'd got the AI better, they'd got the weapons a bit more sort of finalized, and the upgrading system was better, and it just felt like a much more working game. Dark Souls is another good example. Dark Souls 1 is so clunky. It just is. it's a pretty clunky game. Dark Souls 3, on the other hand, is a much more smoother experience. If they were able to change Dark Souls 1 to feel like Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1 would probably be the best Dark Souls game. But it's just like, yeah, it's not just graphics that improve over time. It's the AI, it's the way that they implement things, it's the experience overall. And again, this is a very hot topic. Depending on who you talk to, will have a very different opinion on this. It's kind of like how movies work sometimes. The sequels is better than the... Yeah. Because I think the big part is the company improves on what they know. They start developing better technology for the game, and they make up for mistakes that players may have experienced in the previous ones. So, like the Halo, for example, in the Halo, you could say Halo 3 or Halo Reach was the best Halo game because that was the point where they had improved and everything from the first two, right? Now, again, it's all down to personal experience. Sometimes you can say a game's your favorite just simply because it's got a better story. And that could be it. Oh, I was going to say, what's happening there? So, yeah, I just find it a very interesting topic because, personally, I try my best not to let nostalgia sort of affect the way I perceive a game. I mean, you know what game I think holds up completely today as long as you upscaled it to a higher resolution? Because that's always nicer, like 60 FPS, for example. Luigi's Mansion. Despite being a 3D game, 3D games are usually harder to sort of keep that graphics integrity. But because it's like stylized stuff, I think Luigi's Mansion, I might give the same rating today than when I first played it. That game is still phenomenal. I replayed it on my Steam Deck, and it was just such... not only was it a blast from the past, because I loved the game when I was younger, but it just felt... Dark Moon's coming to Switch. I need to get more games for my Switch. Yeah, not only was it a blast from the past, it just felt still so good to play. Everything about that game just worked so well. Pulling the, like, it doesn't feel clunky or anything. Pulling the ghost in with your vacuum cleaner, whatever. Shining your torch and stuff like that. Maybe the controls felt a little bit better because I was on a better joystick control versus the Nintendo 64 controller. Nope, GameCube controller. Wait, no, GameCube controller had a good controller, right? 64 was the bad controller. GameCube controller. Yeah, I'm pretty sure GameCube was fine. But yeah, like, again, it's a very hot debate topic. It's actually, because people always claiming, like, games are bad today, games are bad, AAA companies bad, blah, 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 blah. And they will only show off AAA companies when they do their video. They'll have a video like, our game's worse today, and they'll show you all these AAA titles. And I'm sitting there like, why are you not showing indie titles? Because AAA companies never existed 20 plus years ago. What does that mean, Steve? Atari existed, Nintendo existed, Activision maybe existed. All these companies still existed. Rockstar, you know, what do you mean AAA companies still exist? AAA companies back then were like indie companies today, right? And a good example of this is, let's look at let's look at Banjo Kazooie Total Developers. Banjo Kazooie had, where is it? 15 developers. 15, right? What's the game called? I know I wasn't gonna find that. Let's go. Resident Evil 4 Remake Total Developers. Resident Evil 2 Remake Total Developers? I know the answer is 800. Here you go. Resident Evil 2 Total Developers. 800 people. Let that sink in for a second. Banjo-Kazooie, 15. Resident Evil 2 Remake, so presumably they're not having to come up with a whole new story and everything. They're just remaking the game. 800 people, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 2,000 people worked on Resident Evil 4 Remake. I swear I read that somewhere. I don't want to just throw numbers out there if they're wrong. Oops. Is larger than a... So this is like a really, really important subject for me. Because it really makes me sad when I see all these videos that try to convince people games are worse today. When games, we're like in a golden era of gaming. Now, don't get me wrong, the best era of gaming, in my opinion, well, there's two. When the games first sort of started coming out before the game, what's it called? Well, I guess after the game, like when Nintendo... Was it Nintendo? Or what's it called? The game crash, when they like resolved the game crash. But in my opinion, one of the golden eras of gaming was when Flash games were prominent, because people were just doing it for passion. People were making thousands and thousands of these free Flash games every month for the world to play. The internet badges, people stand aside, I guess. I think the problem is people just don't play the passion games anymore. When games were released 20 years ago, like I said, companies were like indie companies, or even 10 years ago. Now companies are so big, they're making safe games. They're doing safe choices, right? They're not taking any risks. They're releasing the same old stuff over and over again because they know it's going to get sales. Oh, Call of Duty's the same every year. Well, if you stop buying it, they might change something up. Oh, why do they keep releasing a new FIFA every year? Because you keep buying it. Not you specifically, but obviously the people who do buy it. Let's only get high quality games. But if you look at indie companies are like what AAA companies were 20 years ago. They are passionate people making cool games. Some of the best games I have played the last couple of years or last decade have been indie titles. One of the first ones that comes to mind is Super Meat Boy, one of the best platformers I've ever played. Then second best platformer, if not first best platformer, is Celeste. Celeste is good too. That might be second actually, but first place will probably A Hat in Time. And they're all indie titles. They're all small development teams that put their heart into the game. And that's what you don't see in AAA companies anymore. So, and then when people compare, oh, games suck today, and they only show, oh, Call of Duty, FIFA, even Pokemon sometimes. Some of the Pokemons have been a bit of a sellout, or a shell, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just like, no, show the companies that do put passion into their game still. I liked Black Ops 1. I thought Black Ops 1 was really good. I didn't really play the other ones. Wait, what's the dev team size? I swear it was 2,000. Ah. Oh, that's a good team. Whatever. Anyways, put that into perspective. 800 people worked on the remake of the second one, right? We've right to original development team size. 45 people. It increased by 8 times the amount of people. And this, for when it was released, was considered quite a big team, 45 people. As you saw, Banjo-Kazooie was 15. So these guys were already 3 times bigger than the people who made Banjo-Kazooie. But now, a company has like 800 people to make a game. And they want the bills paid. They have to pay all those people. So they're going to make the game as generic as possible. That's why AAA companies lack heart and lack soul, because they're trying their best to just make money because they got to pay all these people. If you're really looking... I've seen people literally say, I refuse to play indie titles, and then compare AAA titles to games 20 years ago, even though AAA companies were indie companies back then. It's just like, that's so stupid. Just go play indie titles. I don't know. I just think it's a weird argument when someone says games are suck today and then they don't mention indie companies. I'm just like, well, when you don't mention the companies that still have heart in gaming, of course you are going to think there is no heart in games anymore. Try to average out the placement of this because it's not quite matching up, but it's fine. Oh yeah, horror games. Yeah, horror games are a great example. It's just, my heart goes out to indie developers. And that's not because I am one, because technically my company's indie, but it's just because they get shafted so much. For some reason, people just don't want to show indie companies love, and then they don't want to show them love. Hey man, how's it going in chat? They don't want to show indie companies love, and then they basically rope them in for saying games suck today. And I'm like, you can't refuse to play indie games and then lump them in with all games suck. I'm like, that's just not fair. I've spoken about this topic quite a few times on stream. It's just like a lot of what I said today is just like sort of reiterating a lot of points I've made in the past. Certainly, The Arrival was pretty good. I remember playing that. I really like horror games, weirdly enough. Horror games, I think horror games are significantly better than horror movies. Changed my mind. Now, there are some good ones, like or even TV shows. Like, I've watched some good horror TV shows recently, but I really dig horror games. I think they are very good, and I think they perfect the medium a lot better than a horror movie, or they seem to. And it's probably just because when you're forced to be the character, it's much easier to scare you versus a movie. Like, you have to build up so much in a movie to then throw a jump scare at you. I feel like in a game, as long as you've got that like eerie atmosphere, you're always perpetually scared because you're forcing your way through this environment and you don't know what's going to hit you. Watching someone on a screen do the same thing, I personally don't think is as scary, but again, that's up to the individual. But yeah, I probably if some people are here and they're thinking about like, if no new games do suck, I'm sorry that you feel that way. If you do feel that way, I just can't agree with you. I think there are tons of new games that are still going strong, that are still perfectly fine titles. I personally cannot agree that I think games are dying. I think we're in one of the best areas for gaming, and it's just so baffling to me that not nobody, but lots of people seem to want to say games suck today. And I just think it's because they're getting older. They're even losing, because you got to remember when you played the same genre, for example, because sometimes that's it as well. Sometimes you've got to mix up the genre that you play. If you think, oh, games are the same, nothing's changed. Oh, what games do you play? I only play FPS games. You only play FPS games, yeah. Have you ever thought of changing, like playing other types of games? No, I don't like those types of games. Have you tried them? No. So you're saying all games are the same, but you won't try other games? Like, you find that contradictory? Not at all. I'm like, okay. I guess. I mean, I think that's weird, but, you know, you're entitled to look at it the way you want to look at it. Oh, that looks so thick. Hello, moderate. Oh, that's my previous work. Wait, is there only one picture? Is it not scrolling? Oh no, it's scrolling. It's fine. Bottom left is my previous work. It's just a small little slideshow. If you want to see my previous work, you can scroll down into the description. Yeah, scroll down into the description, click it, and there should be an ArtStation link. So if you want to have a look at anything I have made in more sort of full screen detail, you can have a look at it in there. Oh no, don't stat. My ears are itching. Put on a good song. I know you guys can't hear it, but I'm gonna put on a good song for myself. So it's something really good. Oh no. 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 I'm terrible when I start scrolling through songs because I start judging them way too heavily, and I'm like, no, I want to listen to something better. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sure. Oh no, it just took a really long time to start. Alright, let's do more of the photo frames. So this one's really easy, it's just a circle. Can I nick anything else? Yep, can nick this. So again, if you can reuse shapes to save time, go for it. So for example here, all I got to do is invert that, invert that, delete edges, vertices, edges, okay. Then I could just reuse this shape to make this shape. So it's a little bit squished. Can I pull it back? Yeah, we pull it. Actually, no, if we do it here, I can pull it back like this. It seems to get a little bit rounded when it comes out, and it goes like this. And boom. Oh, grab that shape here and bring this back, bring this forward a little bit. A show I watched recently was called Yellow Jackets. If you like sort of a horror thriller type of thing, it kind of was that. Really, really good. I recommend it. My friend recommended it to me, and I ended up really enjoying it. Where's my center face? Oh, it's not there. What? There you go. And boom. We got that picture for that wall. Or picture frame. You know what? I want to make this a little bit wider too. We've only got this one. That's it for photo frame. So that's the last photo frame. Now, I would prefer, I think, to just do this. So when modeling anything, there's like a million different ways. And the fish. Well, that's not a photo frame, but yeah, we could do the fish. Don't want to do the fish today. Might do the clam. Clam? Shell. Clamshell. I want to do everything that's easiest first. Oh, I need a handle on this. I might do the fish off stream. And I might do the deer off stream. And the plants off stream. And then we're pretty much done. And then we can move straight onto texturing. Now, depending on how we want to do this is really dependent on how we texture it. The deer's cute. He is a little bit. Yeah, depending on how we want to do this, right? Depends how we want to texture it. Like, I could manually paint shadows on and then render it that way. Or I could try to... Did you bin the light shade? Oh, I binned one of the light shades. I binned this one. This one. Because it just did not work out very well. I need to redo it. That was a tip, actually, we got from university. Our teacher, one of the people came in who worked at Rockstar. And he said a big lesson he learned when working in the industry was, and I will quote this, fail faster. And when he said that, what he meant was if you're not making progress in something, drop it and smash it. No, drop it and like try again, basically. Don't try to sit there fixing up something that doesn't work, right? See, this might not be the best way to model this because because we're looking at it from an angle. This is probably going to look really weird, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. We add more into it. Make sure I don't go on the x-axis, basically. Don't go on the x-axis. There you go. We can just smooth over like this. Dude, that looks kind of fine, but I'm thinking as soon as I look at it straight on, it's gonna look really weird. I mean, it's kind of the shape it is. Pull this in this way a little bit. Maybe do one of these. There you go. Give it a bit more pinch. Do the same here if I really want to. A bit more of a pinch. Pull you out. Pull you up. Pull you out. Pull you up. A bit more rounder. No, not on red. Not what we're looking for. Put you up. I guess the more you retry it, the more you learn along the way, new things. Yeah, pretty much. My music keeps skipping and it's really annoying. That's why I'm getting a new phone. Ugh. Teenage dirtbag. If it starts playing. Bernie, you good? Please. Please. Play my music. .6, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi on this internet is just so garbage. Finally. Like, I can never connect any devices that are on that type of connection, which is partly why I wanted that specific upgrade for my phone. Okay, and then all we gotta do is first of all get a center point for it. There we go. Pull this along here, so it looks like it's roughly aligned. Put it along here, so it looks like it's roughly aligned. Put it back over. I cannot listen to music, apparently. What is the matter? You're telling me you can't download. You haven't got enough internet connection to get a couple of kilobytes for music. Okay, guess not. I do not recommend going with VE. Their internet's fine, but their Wi-Fi, their router is garbage. Connecting directly through a cable is fine. It's the only time I'd recommend it. Plug in my wire because it's almost dead. Don't know if anyone else can vouch for EE in the UK. What does EE even stand for? EE stands for UK. Those are not Raycons. These are MPALs. They were like a £10 pair, which have lasted me like 4 years, and they work perfectly. Every time I've seen reviews on... Oh, EE stands for everything everywhere. Anytime I've seen reviews on Raycon, they don't, or at least proper reviews that aren't sponsored, they don't tend to rate them that highly. So I don't think I'd ever get them. I never ever trust reviews that are sponsored or they got sent the product, because there's an instant bias. Well, in my opinion, there's an instant bias that they, if you haven't bought a product, you don't care about the price, right? And I think that's a really silly thing to ignore in a review, because price is one of the leading factors to why you're going to buy something. Well, maybe that's just me. I feel like the average person cares about the price of something, though. I don't feel like I'm that unique in that. Wow, that overhangs the wall. Does that actually? No, but it's like much closer. What I'll do is I'll slightly put it on the wall like that. How do I want to fill this in? I mean, first of all, we'll do this. All right, it's got clipping. Oh yeah, wait. For me, it's all about the number of packy peanut seeds. Ah. That. E, Shift E, Alt E. Wait. There you go. Oh, does that not work like that? Oh well, I'll just fill it in first. So I'll probably do something like this. Yeah. And then I wonder what this looked like if I just turn it into an N-gon and fill it. Perfect. Oh wait, hold on a minute. That does not look right. Hold on a minute. That needs to clearly come out more, right? Yeah, 100%. I might grab the whole thing as well and slightly reduce that scale. I want it to have the same thickness in both directions, so something more like this. What do you mean? It's working perfect. Let's check what happens actually when I hold on a minute. Oh no, that's working fine. Ooh. Oh yeah, hold on a minute. What I want to do is I don't. So do I even need to subdivide? Probably not, but I kind of, if I subdivide it, then we can just clean up. Ooh, we can do that, and then clean up what we got. Yeah, look, right here. So like the best bet would be to do something like this, right? But you'll get it here as well, right? This won't be able to fill out very well here because it'll overlap like here. Oh, actually. Because you can push Control T afterwards, right? And that should work. But the problem is I now don't have it mirrored, so I could undo, but instead I'm just gonna. Honestly, I love using modifiers. Like, a lot of people still vouch for Maya, but the lack of modifier shelf, I still think is its weakest point. It's why I would never go back to it. I mean, I've used Blender technically for years. I just took a very large break in using it again. So I could do something like just like this. I should fill this in correctly, but I'm being lazy and I'm just trying to angle it to something more like this. Oh, so it doesn't like this at all. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, because it's got a point there. So why don't we just do this, and up this, and this, like that. And then if we then grab you, pull you back. Oh wait, that shape's not. Why is that? What? Why does that become on? Oh, the normals are clearly facing the wrong way. That's why. There you go. So we want to pull you back, or we want to select the whole thing and pull you back, like so. And we've got this whole thick frame. Now the only problem is we want to have now a back to it. We're going to put a picture or whatever. So what I've got to do there. Cool. Definitely could optimize this, but that's fine. Oh, and that's the same thing here. And now we've got the front like that and the back like that. Save it. We've got the this. Yeah, this isn't actually the proper save point desktop. There you go. And we've got the shape we're looking for. Oh, it's all inverted. Beautiful. Oh, and it's got a face in there. See, that's the biggest benefit to doing something the traditional way, is you'll very rarely have like really weird errors. But when you do something, like a mix match kind of way, oh yeah, look, it does not like. Actually, no, it's fine. When you do something in like a really weird way, like you use sort of alternative methods, you'll end up usually getting really weird results. That usually just require a little bit of cleanup, right? Like Boolean isn't exactly traditional, but like if you clean it up, it's fine. Same with filling in n-gons. If you clean it up, it's fine. Because this is a flat surface, right? Oh, let's apply the mirror. Because this is a flat surface, right? These are n-gons, but when they convert, they should just basically convert like that and look fine. Like they shouldn't cause any problem at all. So it doesn't make any difference. These kind of look hand-drawn, but that's kind of like, I kind of like that. They're not very smooth, but it is a drawing, so I think that actually works all right. Cool to say that. Make it a little bigger, I guess, again. Cool, and we got something more like that. Sweet. What's left? Anything in particular that's easy? Oh, handle one here. Oh. This is the weirdest way to do this, but it's because it's part of the same shape and I don't want to realign it.
That's our handle starting point. And we can pull that up. And to be fair, it's probably comes. Whoa! What was that doing? How was that on grid? Whoa! I know it's small, but Jesus. Wow, even that. Why is it not on good grid though? Do you see this? Like it's like super low numbers, and then even when I like snap it, it goes to 0.4012. Why is it not at round numbers? Fine, we'll do it the normal way. So the normal way to do a handle is literally just to, let's go, cursor to active. And the way to do it is just to literally get like a cycle. Put it to a nice number shape, I was going to say. It sounded like I was going to swear, but I wasn't, I swear. It wasn't, I swear. What an ironic, what a funny way to say that. Wait, where's the center point, sorry? Oh, Jesus. Okay. We'll extrude out by minus 0.01 and 0.01, no, minus 0.01, there you go. Bring that down so we get like a handle. To be fair, we probably want to start like here, right? So we'll do something more like that. See what it look like. Let's delete all the ones we don't need. So from here and here. Delete. Rotate that around. Does not align very well, but it's fine. I want it to be center, which would just look better in general. Oh, put it on local. Nope. Keep it like that. We'll rotate in a minute. Pull it slightly down. Cool, and then we just want to smooth out those, make it almost rounded like that, so it's like sort of almost rounded, but it's still got a flat area to grab properly. There we go. Come into here, make sure that's going the right way, which is more like that. See, I wonder the way to resolve that would be to like do this. Ooh, let's keep that tilted like this. Merge. There you go. Make sure it's at a 0 on everything, like we lock all its rotations. Then we rotate it. Then we scale it around the bottom point. Yeah, the feeling it wasn't. Put it up here. Put it down. We scale it around that, and we try to see. The thing is, we can match up the handle, or we can match up the silhouette. I don't think there's an either or here. Oh, I'm on local. I wonder why it's moving weird. I think we can go sort of in between and do something just sort of like that. I like it should have been smoothed more. Oh well. Cool. That's all done, that's all done, that's all done. That is, should be placed near the wall. It won't match fully where that is, but it's fine. I'm going to make, I don't know if there's anything. Oh. Don't see anything there. It looks like it's swingy. Done all that. Need that. Need the fish. Need a lamb. Oh, clam. We did a clam. It's like a hand, isn't it? So
guess we just work it like it's a palm. So we can have here, 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 here. We put it in between one and you pull that down, go to the side and pull that back in on each one. Right? So if we get a picture up, now align it afterwards. Where is the picture? I have it on my desktop somewhere. Is that it? That is it. Cool. So yeah, if we work it like a hand, what we need to do is find each point. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Each point of those need one in between. Cool. Does not let me select the edges. Because if I just did a silhouette and pulled it up, it won't be the right shape. No. This is a concept. This isn't a 3D image. This is concept. Which is interesting, because then they've drawn it like this. They've done like a second drawing. So I wonder if they originally did it 3D and drew over the top. But when we actually align it, it doesn't align properly. So I doubt it's actually 3D, because it doesn't... Unless they have a very wacky camera angle, I doubt it's actually 3D. Or at least it originated as 3D. This one. What is this? Okay, I don't know where the F-Spy document is, but watch. If we align it, we go there, there. Because I got today off and I was doing stuff over the weekends. No other really reason except from that. I was doing other things on the other days than I have today off because my boss gave us the day off. Right, so if we align this right, so that's relatively aligned with the lines. That was a little bit off. That one is pretty much fine, but it's a little bit off, I'd say. Like that. Watch the z-axes, right? So the green and the red look fine. Like if we align things to the green and the red, they seem to align pretty well. This like thingy here, that aligns pretty well. This table over here aligns pretty well. But if we look at the z-axis or the z-axis, when we go to align things with that, look at this window. So sure, that could be leaning back. But then what about the walls? The walls should be straight up. The walls... Oh, well, not straight up, but like from the angle. Now, that could be down to perspective, but F-Spy is supposed to be able to do that when I set up my 2 points. But I can't do 3 points. I don't know what doing this means. On the Z, on the X. Default. Like, if we put a box in there, you can see how that aligns. And the stuff that goes up doesn't really go up. It, like, flares outwards, almost. Which is why I don't think it was a 3D model to begin with. And again, you can achieve that effect by pulling back your FOV. But if you pull back the FOV, that should also stretch out your X and Z. Like, not just TD thing. I think the creator wanted a coffin shape. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. I think it's... Well, it's definitely 100% drawn. If it... But yeah, it's definitely TD. Exactly, yeah. So the fact that it's drawn... They definitely drew it like that on purpose, right? Because it looks better. It looks better doing it that way. When you compare a lot of concepts to 3Ds, you usually see that 3D tends to end up being much more straight aligned to stuff. Because obviously that's how real life works. If you make a straight wall, it's straight. It doesn't flare out. It was actually a really good example when I was working with a concept artist at my company. She drew a castle, right? So... I might actually stop in a minute. Stop in a minute because people ask me to play games. I've also been socializing a lot more recently, so I've been streaming less because I've been playing games instead of streaming. I made the fling. Oh, I hope you guys like it. That's awesome. Heck yeah. I need to get back into doing ZBrush stuff. Anyways, I don't know if that was ZBrush, but you can achieve that in ZBrush. Yeah, so she like made a castle, right? And it had like a wall. I would show you the model, but I can't. It's under NDA. So I've just got to make a really crappy recreation. Actually, the walls were quite thick. So I had like these thick walls like this. Comes up to here. And there were like 4 walls coming around. Actually, you know what? I need to do some of this, and you'll understand why in a minute. I just want to show you this because it's a really good example of why concept artists tend to think and look at a scene differently. Now, it really depends on the concept artist, to be fair, but they will sometimes look at the scene differently than 3D artists, and it's for one very good reason. It's because 3D artists have to look at it in a practical way and how it's going to be implemented in a video game, while a concept artist is just looking at it from an art inspiration sense. They're looking and going, wow, that looks cool, I want it to look like that, oh, it's flaring out and stuff, because it doesn't matter from a gameplay sense drawing something, because it's just a drawing, right? That's not the final piece of the art. The final piece of the art is it being a 3D model. But you can still work with it. It's not like that's bad concept art. I honestly, when someone gives me concept art like that, that's perfectly fine. I just adapt my 3D model to work with it. So I have no issue with people doing it that way. Don't clip. Okay. So then we get these corners, which are like our walls, I guess. Our walls are like pillars. And these came up to like here. They came in. And they had like better looking walls than that, but I'm making a very, very simple model just to demonstrate. Oh, and then there was like a thicker part at the top here that came out, came up. Put a wall in a little bit more. Yeah. And then it had like a little bit you could walk on inside. Now this is very important. I just said a bit you could walk on. So if we pull that down, we'll get somewhat of a result we're looking for. Yeah, I knew it was going to create a face in between. Cool. It did, to be fair, the one in that we put in did have a drawbridge. And a moat. Literally. Right, so it was something like this shape, right? Now, we wanted players to be able to stand on top of it. And there was like bits here you could walk between and stuff, whatever. I'm not going to model that. And yeah, we wanted players to be able to walk between it. That was cool. Wow, that looks awesome. Like, well, no, it doesn't look awesome, sorry. But wow, that's cool standing on a castle. The way it was drawn, however, let's set the vertices. And I do a very big grab. Would this work? If we do a sit. Nope. If we do a... Nope. I want us to like do the opposite. Nope. Kind of. That's fine. Not just connected. We want to do that. So it did something like this. And then the tops flared out in a way where they basically did this. And they rounded. Right? That part's really unsmooth, but that's fine, I guess. Maybe we could do this and pull that up a little bit. Oh, but then we're going to leave a gap. Whatever, I don't care. We're just showing an example. So this is how it was sort of drawn, right? Because from a distance, they wanted it to look like this really sort of funky looking castle. And then I had to model it to be all straight up. And she messaged me and she was like, why have you got the castle looking like this? In a very nice way. This is not like a negative way. So why have you got the castle looking like this? Why don't you have it like flat out and everything? She used probably different terminology. And I said, well, we can't. I was like, because from a distance, it'd be fine. But I need players to be able to stand on this. And I think she had it even more than this. And I was like, and a player won't be able to stand on this without sliding off or having issues. So I had to basically... Oh, you just frozen Blender. Save any of that? Yeah. So I had to what's over here? Oh, I didn't fully delete it. Look, I got the handle. Yeah, so I can't undo it now, but I had to make it all go straight, roughly. I still had it bending a little bit, but not very much. And she was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just something like, as a 3D artist, we have to think about because we need to know how players are actually going to be able to traverse it. I was like, because she was really apologetic. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that." It's like, I didn't know, and I was like, "That's fine. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." Yeah, it's just interesting how there's different, like how different the workflow can be, despite being essentially the same job, or like we're working on the same thing. What's happening here? Has it got an interior face? Ah. I was gonna do this and smooth it. Oh. There you go. Woo. But yeah, like it's just interesting to see the difference between how a 3D artist will look at an environment and a concept artist will look at an environment. And I actually have kind of this issue sometimes with my boss, but his is more limitations, where he'll want something, but he'll want something, but he doesn't understand how almost impossible it is to achieve what he's requesting. And don't get me wrong, if I was a very, very, very good artist, I might be able to deliver to him exactly what he wants all the time. Oh, we did a clock over here. But I'm okay. I'm not amazing. And so when he asks for something that's like really outside, in my head, possibility of making a game, like, oh, I want real-time water physics to constantly play throughout the map, and I want 27 light sources to be shining on it all the time, dynamically lit. I'm like, we're gonna get like 2 FPS. We'll find a way to do it. I'm like, I don't think I can. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those impossible tasks where it's a very nice thing to have, and it's like, oh, that'd be cool if we could have that. I don't think we'd be able to manage though. This doesn't align. Look at that. I never realized. But yeah, and I don't really blame my boss for it, because to him, he's just thinking about it from a visual basis, which confuses me, because I thought it worked as a 3D artist, or worked as a more practical 3D artist, should I say. But no, it's not like it's not a huge issue. It just comes down to how demanding he is for something, and I have to try to find the best way to achieve it with also making it possible and not make the game lag out entirely, or just possible in general. That doesn't look like that's leaning on that. That like doesn't align properly, right? In a 2D perspective. Oh no, does it? Look at those pixels. But yeah, sometimes you'll, especially, like, I've had people say it to me from any job they've worked in, and sometimes you'll just have these, like, near impossible tasks that you need to try to achieve to a level that you're basically going to be like, oh, that's good, that works. As my boss once said, it's smokes and mirrors. You need to make it... Oh, that's not at all touching the table. You need to make it work in the eyes of the person who wants it to work. It doesn't look right at all, because that means I've got to pull it all the way back to here, roughly. Does that still work? Oh, you know what? That works. It doesn't quite align, because it needs to be back here a little bit. But if I put it back here a little bit, it's now not leaning on the table. But I think that works enough. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I'll probably do those 3 models that I think are going to be awkward, like the fish, the head, the deer head, and the light, which I had difficulties last time. Oh, and the clam. Clam's not too bad, but I think I'll do that off stream, because I want to leave soon. I think I'll do them off stream, and then I might even start the check stream process off stream, just so you guys don't have to watch me fumbling around to how I want to do it. Because, like, we also got, there's like small details, right, where I'm not sure if I, again, want to paint it. For example, we have this shadow here. And obviously we don't actually have a light. So what we'd need to do is we need to make a light source. If we wanted to actually make it cast from a light source, we need to make a, what's it called? Not a light profile. What is it called? Light profile. Basically, you can attach a texture to a light source that will alpha out whatever on the texture. So I could make a texture that fades at the edge, but then in the center has these thick bar lines and just sit at the top and I'll get that shadow. But then, do I want to do that versus just hand painting all the shadows on? I think that's going to be a really, really, really big question for me when I'm doing this scene. Because if I hand paint it on, I might be able to make it look like 95% similar to the original, but it then won't be versatile. I won't be able to change lighting conditions and stuff, which is always really, really cool in these kind of scenes. So if I go the other direction and make it so all the light sources... Actually, you know what? This isn't coming from the top, right? This is supposed to be coming from here. So I make the light come from here and shines on that. But why does this point look stronger? I could do a fake light up here to make it a little bit stronger. But then we've got here, which doesn't look like it's leading in any light. But then again, I guess if the light's coming from here, it won't be. So yeah, if I do it with real-time lighting, it makes it so if I want to make it dark, if I want to make it nighttime, I have that opportunity. So I might do it, but it won't look... It will look only maybe 80% similar, or even only 70% similar. So it's like a sacrifice that I will have to determine which is going to be the better outcome. I think when making something 3D, I do prefer the more physical side, so making all the lighting work and stuff like that. I think that's one of the cool parts of making it into 3D. So I might opt in to do it that way. Right? That makes sense? Now what do I want to do here? Wait. Let's put cursor. Am I never recovered? Yeah, I am. That's far too thick. $120. We want to only have 3 of them, so 120 degrees. Because that times 3 is 360. Cool. And then we want like a hourglass in the middle. Way thinner by the looks of it. We got been a little too big. It's fine. I can scale later. So we got that. So wait, we want to basically have it perfectly in the... Whoa, I've got like everything selected. Stop that. Stop it. Get some help. Separate that. I want to... Stop! How am I clicking the wrong buttons? That. 3. E. There you go. Yee. So we want one in the middle that goes in like this, but I'll do the ones here first. Go like this. These ones need to come down and scale out. When you subdivide it. Down in the scale out, up in the scale. No, it's like that. And then I need to set these parts to basically probably delete them because it won't. I mean, I could always just do this. It does not look right at all. That's better. That's much more of a natural shape. Let me. No. Cool. Save. Then we're going to do a bevel. My favorite. Get all that.
We're only going to bevel it once, because what we're going to do is do the old bait and switch. Love modeling engines now, as blasphemous as it sounds. They just like require so low effort. Cool. And one more thing I want to model is that light next to it. That up to here, come in. If I do that and then subdivide it, it'll sort of give us the shape we're looking for. Scale that out so we get the shape we're looking for there. It's bigger in general, I think. Cool. I probably want a. Let's do like this there. Yeah, it's fine. Don't know what it's doing over here because it just goes inside, so we'll just do this. Then I hit my microphone in my head. Select this, subdivide it by 2, so we actually get a nicer shape. Come up to here. Put you guys in. Maybe pull you out. Let's get up to you roughly reach that size. Doesn't quite match up with it. Could move this over to roughly match up more like that. Scale that. This definitely comes in more, which makes me want to. Oops. Makes me want to bring this part in more. This. If we pull you out a bit more and then do a bevel. More than that and do a bevel. A much more rounded shape. So the whole thing. Extrude. Scale inwards. Give it a slight thickness. We're not doing the bevel. We're going to possibly manually bevel these like that, depending on how we think that looks. Might not even need it. Does that not look right now? That's roughly the shape it is. Maybe it needs to be a bit taller. More like that. There you go. More rounded. Even more, maybe. Something like that. We don't want to subdivide the bottom part that much. We don't even technically want to subdivide the top part that much. We only want the roundness. I can basically subdivide it and then go around, start to delete the parts we don't want. I mean, 4 may even be too much anyway. Yeah, 3. And then what we'd want to do is just make it so every other... See what I'm doing? Every other... Oh, I need to UV map everything. That's gonna be fantastic. I could probably even do another one, right? I like the smoothness. Bottom part definitely doesn't need 4, and it needs like 2. And that end up looking a bit more like that. We could raise you up. You raise me up. Something like this. And then we can grab a bulb from somewhere else. Just to reuse it. If I do this. What's the center point?
Wait. Wait on a minute. Oh, right. I moved like the entire thing. Right. That makes way more sense. Oh wait, now it's still over there. What the heck? But didn't I just undo everything? Huh? No complaints. It's everywhere I want it. Cool. Select this one. Oops, select this one. Where? So that's its origin point. If I cursor to origin, that is. Wait. Oh, what origin? Cursor to active. Sorry. Cursor to active. I know there's shortcuts for this, but I, for some reason, just don't like doing the shortcuts. Don't ask me why. And then I go geometry to origin, geometry to 3D cursor. No? Well, I guess so. Then I could, no? I feel like I'm being stupid. I thought. Like that. Oh, was that it? Oh, there you go. How big is the bulb? You can just see it coming out the top like that. There you go. Why does it look like square? I mean, it's actually perfectly round, is it not? If not, I'll just get the circle and redo it. I guess it's not. No, I guess not. Okay. Oh. What do you think you select on? That does not look right. Now, you know what? Why don't I just this? Oh, I've left some of the shapes in, haven't I? Yep. Why does it look wrong? It looks right? It's rounded. It's that shape that's annoying me. It's not entirely rounded the way I wanted it to. That's a bit more rounded. Ah well, that looks fine. We're good. Okay. That is all the basic shapes, is it not? That's still gonna annoy me. I just need to make it with a circle. Also, let's subdivide that one more time. There you go. Just grab a cylinder. To the right scale there. Just click through there. Cool. At the middle. Pull it out. Let's
smooth it so we get the shape we're looking for, which is roughly here. Grab the top and bottom. The delete the faces makes it go sharp. So what we actually want to do is probably just apply this and then... Oh no, we can't do that. Why is this like messing with my mind again? This is really simple. For some reason I can't. My brain. You get like these sharp bits because it's subdivided. So in reality, what we should probably be doing is just moving it like this. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. And then just deleting the tips. Oh wait, no, we don't want it like that because we want it to... actually, how wide is that circle got to be? That's obviously very important that we get to the right width. Delete that one because I don't like it. Get it to the right shape. I need to be a little bit thinner. Either we pull that in then. Like that, we make an edge shape. I think that should be fine. And then we give it some 3D thickness. Don't really need to subdivide if I don't want to, because it's already quite high poly now after that way of doing it. It'll look better if we ignore the subdivide, but we get like a bevel on these guys. Just so you can see that edge coming in. Cool. I think it's a little bit wider, but that's pretty good. A little bit wider, scale it down, bring it down. Cool. Alright. That's pretty much everything. Why does that look weird down here? What does it look? Oh. Oh. Okay. Getting that average spot. Because again, it doesn't really align with the drawing entirely anyway. It's like, looks like it's halfway in between tables, so where's the table? So it's a little bit forward, that's fine. That looks very interesting. So what's going on there is that needed some bevels. Because I've got a weighted normal in it, weighted normals only really work with a bevel, or at least one bevel. Cool, they look a bit low poly. But I think they'll be fine. I could, if I wanted to, do this, do this, do this. Do this, make them smoother. Not sure what I want to do to the feet, but in my mind they look too thin, even though it's kind of how they look in the reference. I just want to make them a little bit thicker. Oh, turn it off. I turn on connected only. Cool. And there we are. That's how you make a free cheese blend for your pizza. Cool. Decent amount of progress today. What's up here? Oh, it's just that in the way. Cool. Okay. Yeah. And I think I'll finish off most of it off stream. And then we can get through the text string properly next week. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. And I will catch you hopefully Friday. I keep saying this and I keep skipping out of it because I keep doing other things. But hopefully I will catch you guys on Friday. So, I will see you guys then. There you go. Bye. Boop, boop. And, oh, whoa, look at the glow. I should have turned on my light. And